Sleeping bag. A sleeping bag is a protective bag for a person to sleep in. Essentially a blanket that can be closed with a zipper or similar means and functions as a bed in situations where a bed is unavailable, e.g. when camping, hiking, hill walking or climbing. Its primary purpose is to provide warmth and thermal insulation. It also protects to some extent against wind chill, precipitation and exposure to view, but a tent performs those functions better. The bottom surface also provides some cushioning, but a sleeping pad is usually used in addition for that purpose. A bivvy is a waterproof cover for a sleeping bag. It may be used in place of a tent or lightweight travellers, or a backup if inclement weather occurs. History. The Ecclesia rug, patented by mail order pioneer Price Jones in 1876, considered by many to have been the first frontier on the modern sleeping bag. Price Jones, a Newton, Montgomeryshire, England entrepreneur, developed the bag and exported around the world in the late 19th century. Documents show he sold 60,000 of these rugs to the Russian army, and the British Army also bought them. There are records of civilian uses too, among missionaries in Africa and pioneers in Australia outback. Design types. The basic sleeping bag is a simple square blanket, fitted with a zipper on 2 or 3 sides, allowing it to be folded in half and secured in this position. A sleeping bag of this type is packed by being folded in half or thirds, rolled up and bound with straps and cords with cord blocks. The basic design works well for most camping needs, but is inadequate under most demanding circumstances. The second major type of sleeping bag, sometimes called a mummy bag because of its shape, is different in a number of important ways. It tapers from the head end to the foot end, reducing the volume and surface area and improving the overall heat retention properties. Some bags are designed specifically to accommodate women body shapes. Most mummy bags do not unzip all the way to the feet because the zipper is a weak point in any sleeping bag's insulation qualities. Together with the tapered shape, the design feature helps protect the feet, which are more vulnerable to the heat loss than other parts of the body. Another design feature is the drawstrings equipped with a cord lock at the head end to help prevent the escape of warm air. A mummy bag often cannot be rolled like a rectangular bag. Instead, it is simply stuffed into a stuff sack or compression sack. The bottom of a sleeping bag typically does not provide sufficient insulation because body weight pushes at the lock of the insulation material. Due to this, it is necessary to use a pad or other less pushable insulation underneath the sleeper, especially in cold weather. Due to this, some sleeping bags do not include insulation on the bottom. Some include a sleeve for holding a sleeping pad. Additionally, some campers, especially ultralight backpackers or hammock campers, have started to use top quilts, essentially a sleeping bag without a back. Some top quilts include a foot box, whilst others are just simply blankets. Fill. Many different insulating materials are available for sleeping bags. Outdoor professionals usually prefer either synthetic fill, primer loft, or natural fill, e.g. down. They have debated the merits of these materials for years. Synthetic fill does not really absorb water, dries easily and provides some warmth even when thoroughly soaked. These properties may save the owner's life if, for example, the sleeping bag is accidentally dropped into water on a cold day. Synthetic material is also firm and resilient, so it insulates well even under the person's weight. On the flip side, synthetic cannot be compressed as much as down, and it weighs more, causing such bags to take up more space and weight when not in use. Furthermore, synthetic instead tend to break down faster than its natural counterpart. Downfill weighs less than synthetic and retains heat better, but usually costs more. Down must be kept dry. A soaked down sleeping bag may provide even less insulation than no sleeping bag at all, leading to hypothermia. Newer, more technologically advanced sleeping bags often have water-resilient shells that can be used in damper conditions. It is also recommended to keep a sleeping bag in a larger sack, storage sack, as used in damper conditions, opposed to smaller traveller sack compression bags during long periods of storage. However, many regular backpackers and hikers agree that hanging a sleeping bag, taking care to move the position of the bag on the hanger at intervals so as not to create a dead spot, a spot where the sun is being pushed so that it's no longer useful, is the best method of storing a bag for long durations. Other materials, notably cotton and wool, have also been used for sleeping bags. Wool repels water nicely and also resists compression, but it weighs much more than any alternative. Cotton suffers from high water retention and significant weight, but its low cost makes it an attractive option for users like stationary camping, where the drawbacks are of little consequence. Temperature rating. In Europe, the EN 13537 standard normalises the temperatures at which sleeping bags can be used. A test relying on heated mannequin provides 4 temperatures. The upper limit is the highest temperature at which a standard adult man is able to have a comfortable night's sleep without excess sweating. The comfort rating is based on the standard adult woman having a comfortable night's sleep. The lower limit is based on the lowest temperature which a standard adult man is deemed to be able to have The extreme rating is a survival only rating for a standard adult man. This is an extreme survival rating only and it's not advisable to rely on this rating for general use. The transition zone between the comfort and lower temperatures is usually considered as the best purchase guideline. The sleeping bag's rating typically indicates the lowest temperature at which it will keep the average sleeper warm. For example, with a 0-degree bag, you should be able to sleep in 0-degree temperature, but not necessarily comfortably. There is no standard measurement rating in the US, so a 20-degree bag for one company may not provide the same warmth as a 20-degree bag from another company. And there are other variables to consider, such as what you plan to wear when you sleep, what type of sleeping pad you use, and how well you hold the heat in your bag. Indoor sleeping bags. Indoor sleeping bags, sometimes called slumber bags, are widely available, often being used particularly by children. These are usually not designed to be weatherproof and are often made of natural fabrics instead of synthetic fabrics commonly used for outdoor sleeping bags. Children's sleeping bags, in particular, often feature elaborate, brightly coloured printed designs, such as images of popular media characters. Slumber bags make floor sleeping more comfortable and are often used for sleepovers, family visits, and other situations where there are not enough beds for everyone. Infant use. An infant sleeping bag is a bag-like garment or covering worn by infants for sleeping in. Infant sleeping bags differ from regular sleeping bags in design and purpose, being designed primarily for indoor rather than outdoor use, and usually featuring either armholes or sleeves. The definition used in the British Standard for safety of children's sleeping bags is sleep bag for the use of children with a minimum weight of 4 kilograms, designed to provide sufficient warmth so as to remove the need for additional bedding when sleeping in a cot or similar product in which a child is contained. It goes on to exclude garments with sleeves and feet, sleeping suits or baby grows, or products designed primarily for outdoor use to keep children warm, when in a pushchair. In the June 2009 issue on the SGS Softline, publication provides more information about the British standard, stating that it specifies minimum children's sleeping bag safety requirements for chemical hazard, thermal hazard and isolation, entanglement, choking and suffocation hazards, structural integrity and flammability, and shows an example of a baby sleeping bag.